A loan is a loan. There's a contract, it needs to be paid. Government is a biashara. It's a business, just like any other business. If you're running a business, it's not every time you're making enough revenue. Kuna zile months zingine ziko down. Don't make enough tunes, so they come and borrow. Yani tunakopesha gava. Angela Kariuki is my name. I've had a career in treasury bonds trading for many years. So what is a bond? You see the way you can lend your friend money and then you agree that they give you back the money after a certain duration with some interest. That is what a bond is. It is just a loan. We have two types of bonds. We have the treasury bonds or the government bonds, hiyo ni ya serikali. And you have corporate bonds. A corporate bond is a loan to corporations like Akina Safaricom. EABL also issued a bond recently. And a treasury bond or a government bond is a loan to the government. Yani tunakopesha gava. How do we kopesha gava? I mean, gava has all the money. Where are we even lending to the government? Government is a biashara. It's a business, just like any other business. Sometimes they don't make enough money. Just like if you're running a business, it's not every time you're making enough revenue. Kuna zile months zingine ziko down. You're not making enough. Sometimes they don't collect enough taxes. They don't make enough tunes. So they come and borrow. And sometimes you need to bridge that gap. So you have to borrow. And one of the ways they borrow is domestically, that is from its own people through instruments we call treasury bonds. Bonds have been there for very many years. There's nothing new about treasury bonds. It's not just for our Kenyan government. Bonds nakuanga issued all over the world in other countries as well. Who invests in bonds? It's a diverse pool of people lending to the government. The biggest lenders to this government are the big institutions like banks, pension funds. We have parastatals, like all those organizations, big organizations. We have fund managers. Let me say MMF because it's the more familiar term. Squeezy kila mtu ako on MMF. So where do they invest mostly? They do so through bonds. Wanapatia gava pesa, inawapatia a certain amount of interest. We have foreigners. Kuna foreigners wengi sana wana lend gava. Then there's retailers, me and you. Can anyone invest in bonds? Yes. As long as you have the minimum amount of 50,000 you're able to lend to the government. How safe is your money? I know we have this fear because we hear of gava may delay kulipa salaries, gava has delayed to pay tenders, gava has done this or that, some money has been stolen. It's not the same as payment of the tenders, of payment of whatever they owe to the salaries they need to pay. A loan is a loan. There's a contract, it needs to be paid. Because unaweza sema siwezi guza bonds, fine, usiguze bonds. Now, who are the people lending to the government? The main ones, remember I said banks. Where is your money? Your money is with the banks, right? And the bank's money is with the government. So when you tell me you can't lend to the government directly, but part of your money with the bank is also with the government. Now, when you look at the banks as the main lenders to the government, then you'll realize that most of the money we are holding as an economy is with the government in one way or another through that bond. So whether you invest directly, ama ukose, part of it is there. Government will be the last institution to actually default, and that will happen as a last resort. Kenya has never defaulted on any of the loans. There's not much risk when it comes to bonds. And if you compare to most of these other investments, they are higher in terms of risk than the bonds. So one of the questions I get is, mbona tunapatia gava pesa? Sio pesa niweke kwa biashara. Why can't I just start my own business na itanipea a good amount back? There are two types of income. We have active income, we have passive income. Active income ni yenye unafanyia. If you're employed, you have to go to work ndio upate your income. If you have a biashara, you have to work on that biashara so as to get the income. That's active income, which you're actively involved. When you talk of wealthy people, they have something else we call passive income, where the money is making money for you. So you use money as a slave to work for you. Bonds is one of the ways of getting that passive income, because you can focus on making your active income in whatever job you do, whatever business you do. Treasury bonds is one of the ways you can create wealth, one of the ways you can make passive income so that you end up with financial freedom, which is what we all need. This is Money Mind with Angie on Bonds. Like, share, subscribe.